Welcome to DIY RV and Home Camper's Life. My name's Greg. Today I'm inside the house doing some work. I've got a plug that is loose. Put anything in it, as you see, it just kind of will fall out. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it. I've got a new one. I've got a Leviton, and I picked up a little bit better quality. They have. So when I picked up the Leviton, it does have tamper resistance on it. It also does have a grounding tab built into. That's not really. Okay. So I went ahead and picked up a Leviton outlet. This one does have the tamper resistant for safety for children. So I went ahead and picked up a Leviton Plus. Right here, it's got the tamper resistant for the black and. So I went ahead and picked up a Leviton outlet. Here it is. I'll leave a link to the product below for Amazon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull this one out and put a new one in. First thing we have to do is go ahead and make sure the power is disconnected. Now I've got just a simple tester here, so I'm going to go ahead and push it in. As it shows, I'm got 110 as shown with the light lighting up. Welcome to DIY RV and Home Camper's Life. My name is Greg. Today, taking care of an issue with this outlet. As you can see, it just stuff doesn't want to stay in it anymore. The contacts have wore out. Got a Leviton. It's got some tamper resistant and almost home. And I've got a tamper resistant Leviton outlet that I'm going to be replacing it with. Link to the product below to Amazon. First thing I have to do is go ahead and make sure the power is off. So I've got a tester here. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. As you can see, I'm showing 110. So I'm going to run over to my breaker panel and turn it off. I'll be right back. So as you see, the light went out. So I did chip the right breaker, and we'll go ahead and just double check the bottom, top, make sure both of them are dead. So these can be set up to where they are wired independent by breaking these little tabs off on each side. So you definitely want to go ahead and check and probe both sides, make sure there's no power on them. Next, we're going to take the cover off. And now we'll remove the outlet. Even though you know that the power is off, I would always err on the side of caution and pretend that it is still live. I wouldn't be just grabbing wires willy-nilly. I wouldn't be cutting both wires at the same time or anything like that. So, as you notice, that is actually an extra long screw. We've got some extension boxes in here, so we're going to need to reuse the old screws. Okay, and as you see, this one has only got 2 wires on it. Didn't even have the ground attached, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to hook that ground up real quick, make it proper. So let me go ahead and get this extension out for a second. The box is grounded, so we can go ahead and pick up ground off the box. All right, let me go get some more stuff and I'll be right back. All right, so let's go ahead and get this out. That was real easy. Now this style of the push-ins, I'm not a great big fan of. So we're gonna go ahead and we're replacing the switch anyway, or the outlet anyway, so might as well just cut them. And again, act like it's still energized even though we know it's not. That's out of the way. I've got a piece of wire to use as a ground. I've got me a screw. I'm going to screw this into the back of the box with the wire wrapped around it, and then that, since my box is bonded to the ground, and that'll complete the ground circuit. Now when you do wrap and do like the fish hook or the hook on wires, and you're going to screw something on, always make sure that that loop is going the same direction as the wire, as the screw is going to be tightened up on. That way it does not loosen up on you or spread out when you go and tighten it up. It creates a proper bond. So we'll get that attached. You go ahead and put it in and tighten it up. There we go. Got that in place. Now, on this particular plug, there is none of those, or excuse me, outlets. There is none of those that you can just push in the back, which I'm fine with because I don't like those anyways. But the design on this is that you can just strip the wire, leave it straight, put it right back here behind this tab and tighten it up, and that will be suffice. Or you can do the hook method, hook around and tighten it up, either or. I'll go ahead and just do the straight. And so white is going to go to the chrome screws, black is going to go to the gold screws. Got a pair of snippers here, and there is a wire gauge on the back of your outlet that says strip to here. So if we went like that, you're stripping, a little over 3/8 to 1/2 inch. There we go. One more. Like that. Let's get our appropriate bit put in. Now anytime you are not going to be using a screw on an outlet or anything, go ahead and tighten it up. Get it out of the way so it's not in the way. On our ground, let's go ahead and do our ground first. So we'll make our little loop again. Take, and this tightens up this way. So we want to make sure that we got our hook just the way it is on the wire. Hook it. You can take and crimp that hook a little bit more. Get it a little bit tighter, and let's go ahead and tighten that down. Got that. Now let's go ahead and get our other wires placed. Got our common, the white. Now let's do our hot black leg. Get that one tight. Both of them are tight. I need to put my trim piece or my extension back on. Also, the other thing that I had said earlier is I'm going to have to replace these screws because I need the extra long ones. So we can go ahead and put our spacer back on. Get that back in place. Now, I personally always like having my grounds on the bottom. So that's how I'm going to do it. Now it's just a matter of screwing them back in. And yes, this outlet does have a tab here that is actually the ground bonder to the box, which will ground the plug to the box also. But if possible, it's always best to go ahead and also use that ground plug or the ground terminal on the outlet. Now this is for, let's take and, oh boy. My test probe ain't gonna last much longer. It's about ready to break. And that's got that childproof thing on it. So we're gonna do this. We'll plug that in. Got my phone. And survey says, got power. Got power. Fixed the problem of the outlet continually falling out. Or excuse me, the plugs keep falling off. Fairly old plug, so. Hope you got something out of this. Remember, turn power off. When you're working with ground, or when you're working with wires and you're wrapping them around screws, make sure you create that loop in the right direction so that when you do tighten it, it does not try to come apart. Test it afterwards after you get it in. Play safe. Act like you've always got power there. If you're not comfortable, call an electrician or a capable person to take care of it for you. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and you guys have a wonderful day.